This is Nightline.
Tonight, the stunning development in the $100 million jewel heist at the Louvre. What we're learning tonight about the two alleged thieves now under arrest. One taken into custody, preparing to leave the country. But where are the jewels? Plus, 18 minutes, one nuclear missile.
If we get this wrong, none of us are going to be alive tomorrow.
Oscar-winning director Kathryn Bigelow, known for military thrillers like The Hurt Locker.
How many bombs have you disarmed?
873.
873? You're a wild man, do you know that?
Her new controversial film sparking conversation about America's nuclear defenses.
9 nuclear countries, only 3 are members of NATO. So that's a calculus that I think is very unnerving.
And Dave Franco and Allison Williams.
Claire Grant! Oh my God. My mom tracks us all.
Pairing up for the latest big screen adaptation from the author behind It Ends With Us.
We both were drawn to it for the same reasons.
The Girls star.
I am okay. I may not seem okay and I may not be okay now, but I'm like, okay.
Opening up about the message she hopes audiences take to heart.
It leaves you feeling emboldened to just send the text, say the thing.
Plus, Ski Everest? Heart-stopping video of the 50-year-old American's astonishing feat and his message to the world about what it means.
From ABC News headquarters in New York, this is Nightline.
Thanks for joining us. Tonight, new details emerging about 2 of the 4 suspects arrested after what police say is the most significant museum heist in decades, stealing $100 million in priceless jewels from the Louvre. Police nabbing one at his home in a Paris suburb, the other at the airport, saying both had immediate plans to leave the country.
Arresting people within a week of the crime actually happening is pretty fast. The faster they get to that arrest stage, the faster they can get to the recovery.
A stunning development in the Louvre museum heist, captivating the world for more than a week. 2 of the alleged thieves arrested and in police custody. The whereabouts of the priceless stolen jewels cloaked in mystery.
At this point, I'm sure they're trying to figure out if they can make a deal to recover these pieces.
ABC News has learned investigators began tracking at least one of the suspects last week after extracting DNA from a helmet left outside the museum, allowing them to begin identifying the crew of 4. Authorities say the group used power tools and a mechanical ladder to steal more than $100 million worth of France's crown jewels in just 7 minutes. Overnight, police raiding the suspects' homes just northeast of Paris. One arrested at Charles de Gaulle Airport, investigators say, while preparing to travel to Algeria. The other nabbed in a Paris suburb and believed to be headed for Mali, West Africa. Both men are French nationals. Authorities say they've also been linked to prior robberies. The headline-grabbing theft reminiscent of a Hollywood movie heist, like 1999's The Thomas Crown Affair, about an art thief.
Diversion. Make a lot of noise over there. So over here in this room, you can take $100 million off the wall and waltz right out the front door.
Hi, everybody.
Or Ocean's 8, where an all-female crew of thieves steals priceless diamonds from New York's Metropolitan Museum.
In 3.5 weeks, the Met will be hosting its annual ball, and we are going to rob it.
In real life, the masked thieves at the Louvre dressed as construction workers. Video captured them using the mechanical ladder, cutting through the window, then stealing the gem-studded royal tiaras, necklaces, and earrings dating back to the 19th century. Video taken by Louvre security capturing their escape, jumping from the lift before making their getaway on scooters. The most recent theft isn't the first time Paris has taken center stage in a jewelry heist. In October 2016, Kim Kardashian faced down gunmen inside her hotel room. Kim had posted a selfie video at the end of her night at Paris Fashion Week. Unaware that a group of robbers were beginning to close in on her, we sat down with one of them, Eunice Abbas. Did you know that your target was Kim Kardashian? And did you know who she was?
Alors non, je ne connaissais pas Madame Kardashian.
Around 2:30 in the morning, Abbas and 2 of his cohorts banged on the hotel's front door, demanding to be let in.
On a mis les caouets police, où c'était marqué pas, c'était juste des caouets de...
After they zip-tied the concierge, 2 of the men headed up to Kim's suite. The robbers held her at gunpoint and escaped with her jewelry, valued at more than $6 million. In May, 8 of the 10 thieves, including a boss, were convicted of armed robbery and other charges. Back at the Louvre, questions linger about the museum's security. Authorities tell ABC News investigators believe the 4 robbers had inside help, but are still developing the case.
I'm sure they're looking at their cell phones. They're probably investigating their neighbors, their loved ones, their families, or who their co-conspirators might be. So there's a lot of investigation going on.
We will, of course, continue to follow the case closely as it develops. We turn now to Kathryn Bigelow, the first woman to win an Oscar for directing and known for keeping audiences on the edge of their seats with adrenaline-charged action. Her latest film is a down-to-the-wire crisis about a nuclear missile heading straight for the U.S. Here's ABC's chief global affairs correspondent, Martha Raddatz.
Have we seen DEFCON 2 before? No.
Is this real?
18 minutes, 3 centers of power, 1 nuclear missile.
We are talking about hitting a bullet with a bullet.
So it's a coin toss? That's what $50 billion buys us?
In the new pulse-pounding Netflix thriller, A House of Dynamite, the audience is thrust into the most top-secret rooms in the world, where an all-star cast, including Idris Elba and Rebecca Ferguson, grapple with the potential reality of nuclear war.
I feel like our world has become more combustible and more vulnerable. It was really important to look at it in real time.
And sitting at the center of it all is director Kathryn Bigelow.
It's called A House of Dynamite. Why that title?
The fact that we're surrounded by nuclear weapons all the time, and we are actually living in a house of dynamite. And my question with the movie is, how do we remove the dynamite from the walls?
She's been here before, a critically acclaimed political military action thriller, Oscar buzz, all of that.
Kathryn Bigelow!
Bigelow became the first woman to ever win the Oscar for Best Director back in 2010 for The Hurt Locker.
How many bombs have you disarmed? 873. 873. You're a wild man, you know that?
She would earn massive acclaim again a few years later for Zero Dark 30, the film about the CIA's hunt and takedown of Osama bin Laden.
But bin Laden is there. And you're gonna kill him for me.
It's safe to say terrifying political reality turned big screen drama has become her forte. The painstaking realism, her signature.
There's over 12,000 warheads in the world and 9 nuclear countries. Only 3 are members of NATO. So that's a calculus that I think is very unnerving.
This new film reminds us just how fragile the system of deterrence is, dependent on imperfect technology and human judgment.
Did you see that? On it.
The premise is stark. A nuclear missile detected mid-flight, origin unknown, headed to the United States.
What's the situation?
From detection to impact, there is just 18 minutes.
Sergeant, you're doing fine. We've trained for this a million times. You're good.
And A House of Dynamite takes the action to all of the key players.
We have weapons release authority to launch our GBIs.
First, the missile defense post in Fort Greely, Alaska, where the team there attempts to take out the incoming missile.
Negative impact.
Object remains inbound.
Then at Strategic Command Headquarters.
These are the circumstances. In little more than 7 minutes, we will lose the city of Chicago.
To the White House Situation Room.
I have instructions to physically escort you.
And finally, to the president, as he is rushed to safety to face the unfathomable.
What do you make of all this?
I really don't know.
You don't know. You're running the Pentagon.
By the time it gets to the president, he has only minutes to make a decision. And in this country, he's the sole authority.
This is insanity, okay?
No, sir. This is reality.
You've done this before. Just how real you want to make it.
It's not a documentary, but we wanted to shoot it like a documentary, and we wanted all the sets to be perfect replicas.
One of the technical advisors on the film, retired Lieutenant General Dan Karbler, commanded the U.S. Army Space and Missile Defense.
When you look at the film in total, it's feasible in your eyes. Everything that happened in there could happen.
It's very feasible. The realism on the movie, the tense moments, the character development, and the human reaction, which was just supremely appreciated.
He is kind of the answer man, and we couldn't have made this movie without his help.
In one tense scene, we watch as the president is getting his information from a young Navy officer. He's the guy who carries the football, as it's called, the case containing the nuclear codes.
Where'd you like to begin, sir?
That's who he's left with.
Right.
And that's reality.
Right. And that process is never rehearsed, very rarely rehearsed.
So the last president to actually sit through one of the exercises was President Reagan. And since then, no president has sat through a nuclear decision exercise.
How did that happen? How did that happen?
Well, you know, I honestly can't blame a president for not wanting to sit through one for this reason. Word is going to get out about what that president's decision was. They're not going to win that either. So I think that a president not participating in it gives a little bit of decision space politically to that particular president.
While the military practices hundreds of times for these possibilities, there are some things that are not rehearsed.
What's going on there?
I'll call you. I love you. I love you. Can you kiss Liam for me? Just kiss him.
Well, it was important to make them people, because I find that the audiences are asking themselves, what would I do? But also it reminds us what's at stake. Humanity is what's at stake.
Is there a way to describe how you think you want that to sit with people when they leave that theater?
I think in a perfect world, it would be a kind of call to action, and certainly a call to conversation. And the film kind of presents a question, and then the audience is free to answer it. What world do we want to live in?
Our thanks to Martha, who's known Kathryn Bigelow for roughly 20 years, ever since the famed director was shooting Hurt Locker as Martha was reporting from Iraq. And we should note, Bigelow reached out to Martha for help finding technical advisors for her film, A House of Dynamite. Up next, Dave Franco and Allison Williams team up in a new on-screen project. What they both say is the must-do takeaway from Regretting You. Welcome back. Colleen Hoover is arguably the it author right now. Fans of her stories, like It Ends With Us, have been eagerly waiting for her latest book turned film to hit theaters. Regretting You stars Allison Williams and Dave Franco, who sat down with ABC's Rhiannon Alley to talk about their characters, Hoover's story, and the life is too short of it all.
So nice to have you all here.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, so I saw the movie last night. Fantastic. I really loved it. What a tearjerker, but also I laughed at moments. It really had a little bit of everything. Dave, I want to start with you. Yeah. Tell me what it was like working with Allison and Josh here.
The best.
Well, we are right here.
It was okay. No, Allison, she's so good at going back and forth between comedy and drama. And like you just said, it's like, yes, the movie is very dramatic. It has these heavy moments. But Allison is so funny naturally in real life, and so she really came in and tried to bring levity whenever she could.
Allison, this movie centers on a relationship between a mother and a daughter, really, and they go through it. There are some really tough moments. What did you draw on for inspiration for those tough moments? Did you think back to your own teen years?
I'm happy to say that my mom and I had a much healthier relationship, and we also weren't faced with circumstances like these. So I actually have no idea how that would have gone. But I drew on some combination of my own experience as a mom and trying to put the best of that in Morgan and Clara, and hopefully improving their relationship over the course of the movie.
Let's take a look at a clip from the film.
Clara Grant! Oh my God. My mom tracks us all. Clara Wilma Grant.
Wilma? That can't be good.
No, full name equals grounded. Get in the car, I've been calling you. 1 second.
Like I said, a little bit of comedy in there as well, even though they're dealing with all this tragedy. That's McKenna Grace, who played your daughter.
Yes.
What was it like working alongside her in that relationship?
She's extraordinary. It was such a privilege to work with her. I mean, we've all seen her on screen for so many years. She has so much experience. She has this combination of raw talent and incredible discipline and professionalism. It felt very real.
And Allison, you know, you did Megan.
Megan. Recalibrating response model.
And you did Get Out.
Rose, we gotta go.
Is everything okay?
Rose, the keys. Just get the keys.
I don't know where they are.
Rose?
This is quite a change from those movies. What was it for you that made you want to be a part of this film?
Well, part of it was the departure from things that I've done before. I mean, Dave and I both have never really done anything in this genre, and we both were drawn to it for the same reasons. And we also just liked the source material, the book, the script, like the characters are so rich, the story and the plot are so well done.
And Josh, you have adapted a book previously into a movie.
Yeah.
This one, of course, based on Colleen Hoover's best-selling story. Is there more pressure when you're adapting a story from a book versus an original screenplay?
I mean, I think maybe if you were going to change the book a lot, but I'm not a big fan of fan fiction. I didn't feel nervous because I knew that we were going to come through and make Colleen happy, and that if she was happy, the fans would be happy.
And you did The Fault in Our Stars as well.
What's your name?
Hazel.
What's your full name?
Hazel Grace Lancaster. Why are you staring at me?
Because you're beautiful.
Another heavy book. What is that process working on such heavy material like
To not
that
let it
one
be
and
heavy.
this one?
You know, the key isn't to not let it be heavy. I mean, I really do think you want as much levity as possible and music as possible, and you want to make sure that it's alive and that people leave the theater feeling warm and happy.
What do you hope viewers take from this film? What is the message here?
I think people will walk out of the theater feeling lighter, feeling like a catharsis, and hopefully kind of applying some of the themes to their own life in terms of just kind of going after what you want before it's too late.
Yeah, I feel like it leaves you feeling emboldened to sort of just send the text, say the thing, because life's too short.
And Dave, some of the other films you've done, 21 Jump Street, Now You See Me.
Hold on. Really? Yep.
You mentioned this character feels closer to you than maybe any role you've had
Yeah,
before. That's
yeah.
got to be saying a lot. You've done a lot of things.
This guy, I think he's, how would I describe myself? I'm an introvert at heart. My happy place is in bed, at home with my wife and my 2 cats. But if I'm out in a social setting, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Which is why it's so fun to play those other characters, because it's fun to play something that's outside of yourself, but also really fun to play a nice guy.
Thank you guys so much
We
for
appreciate
being
your time.
here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's wonderful. You can catch their new movie, Regretting You, out now.
Our thanks to Rhiannon. When we come back, the descent of a lifetime. A 50-year-old American makes his way down Everest's north face. And finally tonight, history made by an American skier. Jim Morrison is the first person to ski down Everest's north face, a menacing 50-degree slope so steep he could only make jump turns. 9,000 feet straight down. A team along with him, including Oscar-winning filmmaker Jimmy Chin. You can see his descent at natgeo.com. Nat Geo is owned by Disney, ABC's parent company. And that's Nightline. See you right back here tomorrow. Thanks for staying up with us. Good night, America.